Each time the man polished the glass orb, his wife endured excruciating pain. The wife pleaded with him to stop this behavior. Otherwise, his family would face total destruction. The man did not believe his wife's words. He ordered someone to grind the glass orb into a tiny pearl. In the end, the wife was in so much pain she nearly fainted. Faced with her husband's cruelty, the wife cast a spell and sprayed the blood within her body onto the family's ancestral shrine tablet. Then, a string of misfortunes began to occur. The man noticed that all the characters on the ancestral tablet had disappeared without a trace. What chilled him even more was that his wife suddenly revealed her true form. It turned out that the wife's real identity was a nine-tailed fox spirit. Seeing this, the man was instantly at a loss. He had never expected that the guardian, who had protected his family for 500 years, was the wife he despised. Now that his wife was thoroughly enraged, it also signaled that his entire family would be plunged into ruin. Actually, 500 years ago, the man's ancestor had accidentally saved the fox spirit's life. To repay this karmic debt, the fox spirit transformed into the family's guardian. She voluntarily protected the man's family for 500 years, but the family endured 10 clan wiping fires over the generations. During those 500 years, the fox spirit used one of her tails each time to secure the family's safety. Until now, all 9 tails had been exhausted. The fox spirit was originally to dissipate in flesh and ascend to the celestial realm in a few days. On the day before her departure, she unexpectedly formed a bond with a descendant of the family. The current head's grandson had met with a car accident and was in critical condition. Originally, she had no intention of meddling in mortal affairs, but unable to resist the head's sincere friendship, she was moved and decided to help. Unfortunately, the man's injuries were too severe. Because the fox spirit was about to vanish from the world, she cast a spell to transfer the man's pain into her body. She soon exhausted all her immortal power and fell into a coma. From then on, she was never able to stand or walk again. After recovering, the man, incited by the family head, began to pursue the fox spirit feverishly. Seeing the man's sincere devotion, the fox spirit earnestly prayed to the heavenly emperor for power, vowing to shield the family from this final calamity, and asked for 100 years to spend with the man in this life. But obtaining such power came at a cost. The heavenly emperor imposed 3 seals on her. If in the future the man betrayed her 3 times, the seal within the glass orb would dissipate, and she would vanish from this world. Unable to resolve the family's final tribulation, she had thought she could spend her life with her beloved. Unexpectedly, the man secretly became entangled with his newly returned first love. The first love even falsely accused the fox spirit of being an ill omen. The man believed the first love's words, completely unaware that his wife was his family's guardian deity. Even the primordial power within the glass orb could not tolerate the man's foolishness, and spoke to him, advising him to cherish the most important person in his life. The man was left utterly bewildered. The first love suddenly claimed she was carrying his child. The man assumed the child she bore was the guardian deity, and thus loved the first love even more. Meanwhile, the glass orb mirror in the fox spirit's hand quietly developed cracks. She knew deeply that the 3 seals could no longer hold. This also meant that her fate with the man had reached its end. As an immortal, she had no intention of quarreling with a mortal, but the first love, to secure her status in the family, deceived everyone under the pretense of a leg ailment. She complained that the woman always clutched a broken orb vessel, suspecting it was the woman's soul swap sorcery. The man, worried that the guardian deity in the first love's womb would be harmed, instantly lost his reason, snatched the jade orb from the woman's hand, and smashed it forcefully on the ground, even stomping on it viciously. Unbeknownst to him, each stomp inflicted excruciating pain on the woman, but he ignored the woman's pleas, determined to crush the jade orb to pieces before stopping. Even as the woman spat blood, the man remained utterly merciless, instead claiming it was the punishment she deserved for her deceit. Then, incited by the first love, the man even attempted to destroy the jade chalice. Each time it was polished, the woman endured extreme agony, because the primordial power inside the chalice was connected to the woman's life. But the man did not know this, and continued to polish the jade orb in his hands.